Hello and welcome. We have got ourselves the second last game of the day. It is Fnatic taking on zRage. After this one we'll have still Na'Vi taking on 4FC, but for now zRage, we'll see if they can take 3 points from Fnatic. They desperately need those points because otherwise they still have the chance of getting dropped to the Pro Series or having to play regulation matches, which is both not what you want to be doing right now. zRage is standing on the 13th place. And basically 13 and 14 will have to play regulation matches against number 2 and 3 of the Pro Series, or 3 and 4 rather, and level 15 or number 15 and 16 will get dropped regardless. So zRage, they need some points. Fnatic though, not too great shape themselves. They have the same amount of losses as zRage so far. They are at the 12th position, and they desperately need those points too, because we don't want to see them drop towards the regulation series either. So yeah, of course I will not be by myself. We have got the Statsman back today. It is K-Pop Toasters who will be providing you with all the facts and information that you will need. And the person that is my co-caster for today, it is Kanaz. Welcome back.
Happy to be back.
So both of these teams are actually sitting around the same place. Again, we've had a lot of even matches today in terms of where their people are standing on the scores. And because there's only 4 more days in total, like next Friday is the last day, so 4 including this one. These games are getting more and more important for these teams. Like Fnatic, they have 10 games played, 4 wins, 6 losses. While zRage, 9 games played, 3 wins, 6 losses. They both need these wins.
Yeah, neither are doing particularly well this time. I know. Fnatic have been looking really sloppy as of late. They're boot camping now. They've been there for a few days at this point, so hopefully they're starting to feel like they're getting back in shape, but it's still early in their sort of practice, so they might be a little sloppy still. And they do need the wins. They're a very high tier team to be dropping games realistically.
Yeah.
In StarLadder, and if they get low enough and they get dropped from StarLadder, like
they were a TA3 invitee team.
Yeah, and now they're in like 14th place or something right now.
Yeah, level 12th at the moment, but still not as, like, no, you would expect them to be a little bit higher. Of course, they have a long period of time where they played without Fly or without No Tail, and with Hani in America, and you know, all that stuff that was there. And since they've been on bootcamp, they have been showing why they are invited again. I mean, they had a best out of 3 against Alliance last Sunday, which they actually managed to beat. So they have had good games as well, but they still need to show, like, okay, you know what, that was just because of our situation then. We are back to the Fnatic that we are. Better yet, we are a better Fnatic that we were, and we are still trying to see if they can get that going again. As well, they have got in StarLadder a couple of games left to prove that. As for now, against zRage, we'll see how they do here. We have got that Wisp, Bedrider, Nature's Prophet, Lifestealer getting banned out. Again, the purple pickups with the Bane and the Darkseer for Fnatic, with the Gyrocopter and the Visage there. And wow, this goes fast. Clockwork, Rubik, Keeper of the Light, as well as Lone Druid banned out. And then we've got some teamfight potential up on Fnatic with and the Black Holes, Enigma, and the RP from the Magnus, with the combination Shadow Demon, Kunkka for zRage. And then I went over everybody. Yay.
Yes, caught up. They're drafting too fast.
Yeah,
for you.
They are.
They're just picking. They all know what they want. It's no big deal. Fnatic going with these Enigma picks. I guess he's purple. Maybe that's the strat, but Magnus isn't really purple, so I don't know.
Full house. They want to go for full house. If they pick up another blue one.
Swinging on the blue hero. Maybe they wanted Kunkka, but zRage picked it up.
They could have actually gotten that with the Bane. Like, it works.
Yeah, it's not as good as with Shadow Demon because the Soul Catcher is just so powerful. Yeah. But Enigma not a hero we see a ton of, so Fnatic have been playing it a little bit recently. I feel like I saw a game the other day with Fnatic. Like, didn't we cast a game the other day where Fnatic had Enigma?
Yeah, I think so. At least someone had Enigma. And
I think it was Fnatic, pretty sure. So they're the only team I feel like are trying this guy out again. I don't know. It's been a long time since we really saw Enigma played, and that's mostly, I think, because he's a worse Magnus for most situations. Yeah. He can jungle better than Magnus, which is useful, but his ult is a lot weaker than RP. RP does the stun all at once, it's not channeling, so even if you get crowd controlled after you get it off, you still get it off. But we'll see. They have both on this team. It's
and the vacuum.
They vacuum into RP, into Black Hole. That's like 8 seconds of stun, and they can pull everyone into it, which can be huge. If they can work it out, it's going to be incredible team fight. for zRage to have to fight through. But it's also going to take some execution, and Fnatic's execution has been sloppy lately. So we'll just have to wait and hope that they're able to pull off what they're trying to do here. Otherwise, zRage, they have some combos of their own. Obviously, Shadi and Kuko, we were mentioning it. Very powerful as a lane combination. They could be in the mid lane together as a duo. They could end up in a tri-lane with the Visage. They have all sorts of crazy options they could go for here. Or they could just even put Kunkka solo and eventually, like, Shadi when he rotates the gank and just utilize its synergy then.
Yeah, and I mean, in terms of team fight for zRage with the call down on the boat, that's basically it. Oh, it's a Doom though.
What?
You either shut down that Magnus or that Enigma and they can't do anything anymore. Or the Bane, actually, for that matter. Because right now, all of their heroes...
Hey, Phantom Assassin's blue.
You're right. They have a full house.
They have a full house. How do you even beat that? That's a pretty powerful hand.
Yeah, and I guess they're up against... actually, you can consider zRage having a full house. Gyro, Visage, Kunkka having the same color of Shadow Demon Doom.
It's close. Doom's got like an orange background going on. It's close. It's like they almost had it.
Yeah. So the Fnatic definitely looking a bit stronger there. It wasn't a random, was it? No.
No.
As we see, that Fly is actually disconnected at the moment, but...
He disconnected after the pick.
Okay, phew. So, we have got the, the Phantom Assassin, and the Enigma, and the Magnus, and the Bane, and even the Darkseer, all need quite a bit of time to get up to the speed that we know that they can be dangerous. So, they need to hold on to the laning phase as long as possible. For zRage, though, I mean, they have, like, the Kunkka and the Shadow Demon. You don't need that much for them to be effective. Visage can be effective very early on. Hakon on the Doom, I mean, Doom will be needing a bit more, I guess, in terms of levels as well, but he'll get that regardless, because Fnatic is going to give that to them, because they don't want to fight just yet for until minute 15 maybe, if they can get some good lanes going, 20 maybe. But yeah, it will be tough for Fnatic to get to the right level, to have that momentum, to have the right opening, and then, when they have that, actually have zRage in the position that they are wanting to take a team fight. Because of course you have to make sure that your opponent is going to be wanting to 5 versus 5 you. When they know that they will be 5 versus 5ing against and a Black Hole, and a Vacuum, and an RP, it's not going to be easy for them.
Yeah, definitely. The team fight, even you have Doom, you can say, oh, well, we're just going to Doom that guy, it'll be fine. But they have so much team fight on the side of Fnatic that there's not really a ton you could do. And actually, I don't know if you're seeing the Skype chat, but the broadcaster tools are missing right now. The button's just not there in the top right corner.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So K-Poptosis is telling you to apologize to chat.
Oh.
I guess I'm doing it for him. He's not going to be able to give us any stats this game because we can't make the pop-ups.
We can't make the pop-ups, people. There are no stats anymore for this, at least not the tools for it. That's kind of shame. Oh wow, Era, nice. Blink Strike away from that one. Well, not a Blink Strike, but a Phantom Strike. But wow, that's actually, why is that removed? Wasn't that buggy, was it? It wasn't buggy at all.
No, it wasn't really that buggy, so it's... I'm having trouble reconnecting to the game too. It looks like it was probably just something messed up with this most recent patch.
Yeah, that's a shame. Damn. Oh, you are back now. Well, you didn't miss the first blood.
Okay, good. It was like stalling on the load-in. Alright, but I'm back in. And which team do you want to go over?
I will introduce Fnatic.
Sure.
Because we have got Fruer Vrij, that's, I guess, it's happy free, it means happy free. It is German, and it is of course Honey playing the Magnus in the mid lane. In the meantime, on the bottom lane it is Fly. I say bottom lane, but I actually mean Radiant jungle, so he's aggressive jungling in the enemy jungle. He will be playing the Enigma. On the bottom lane it is Trixie, tower skipping those creeps, and playing the Darkseer with that as well. On the dual lane on the top lane, Era playing the Phantom Assassin. Can't really get that much going here as he is up against the aggressive tri lane. No-Tail will be playing the support Bane here for Fnatic on the Dire side, as we see that the Doom is actually very low on life. Oh my god, this could be first. This will be first blood. Trixie gets a kill.
Yeah.
And he just said, I cannot believe that worked, and I agree. Oh, actually, no. The Darkseer said that. That was his line for getting the first blood.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. Alright. And for There's zRage. We're gonna have top lane Zinc Visitor on the Gyrocopter, Android on the Visage, and Medved playing the Shadow Demon. That's gonna be their aggressive tri-lane. Mid lane going to be handled by Sharpik, and that's the Kunkka. And finally, bottom lane going to be Hakon playing the Doombringer.
Yeah, and he might be in some trouble. Here comes the Malefice. Mind you, buffed Malefice will still stun a couple of times. They're trying to take it down. They have got the quick wave as well. The tower, though, hitting up on Fly, and Hakon, he runs. He's got some extra armor, and with help of that ring of protection, he tries to keep them near the tower, though, and is able to, in the end, survive. And Fly, showing himself, of course, in the enemy jungle, might now be forced to go away, since they know that. When you have also a rotation coming off from Medved, no, he is not. He's going back top. But yeah, that's the first bot already going the way of the Darkseer. That's a really good start for Fnatic. Like we said, I mean, they need that time to get up to speed with their heroes, and getting their first blood on the offlane Darkseer, who probably needs most of all levels, is a really good thing to have. Though on the downside, Era is really not getting that much done here on the top lane.
Yeah, Era not having a great time, which isn't really surprising. They're running a dual lane effectively against this aggressive tri-lane. And the Phantom Assassin, like, he can farm a little bit. He's going to keep putting points into Dagger, obviously, and just use Dagger to last it. But even then, going to get pretty far zoned out. And actually might go on Shadow Demon here.
He still has that disruption. Eats a tree, no tail. Goes for the Enfeeble once again, opening Visitor. Just trying to slow him from getting last hits, trying to annoy him a bit. He's 10 for 3 so far, with Era sitting on 8 for 1. So not doing that bad, considering the lane that he's up against. He can't really get in close to get those last hits, because Disruption will set up for a Rocket Barrage, Soul Catcher will be there, and a Soul Assumption as well, and you can't really live through that. Not even with a level 1 Blur.
Yeah, it's really tough to survive in this kind of lane.
It means fire free, not happy free. What is then a happy? Well, happy free. Fire free. So. I'm sorry. Fire free. Oh well. Torrent misses. Magnus is in trouble though. Sharpik might be able to do something more here. He's all by himself though. Has got enough mana. Goes for another Torrent perhaps. Able to do a bit of harassment with that if he lands. Torrent. No. Just leaves it with a Tidebringer.
Yeah, he'd basically have to just guess. It's almost certainly going to be a waste of mana to throw that Torrent out there. He might get the kill, but more often than not, he's just going to miss the kill. And as a result, we're going to see Honey's able to get that double damage in the bottom lane. And we'll be able to bottle back up to pretty much full HP. Needs to be somewhat careful about getting splashed any more times though.
Yeah, in the meantime, we have got Medved rotating bottom. He might be trying to go for Trixie. There is no Doom up just yet upon Doom though. I know, that sounds awkward. But he doesn't have his ulti just yet. Trixie does, of course. He got that kill, so he gets that extra experience. And he now knows that Medved is there, so we'll be extra careful. And that knowledge that Medved is bottom will allow Era to be a bit more ballsy here. Because right now he only has to worry about a slow. And slows don't really hurt him that much, because he can just blink strike away or phantom strike away towards no tail anyway. So he's doing okay with that. Trixie surging up, a click with the Iron Shell, really annoying, but Hakon will just devour that one as Magnus actually ends up going down on the mid lane. That was Hani dropping. Sharpik with the boat, helping out. Getting the kill.
Yeah, able to set up the kill.
Oh, we're following Trixie though. Wait a second, Trixie with the... he will die. With the Soul Assumption on him, and Doom is just... I mean, he doesn't hit really fast, but he hits really hard right now. Soul Catcher goes up on Fly as well. They're trying to chase him down. They do have that Shadow Poison, couple more hits needed. He will be able to get it. There we go. Shadow Demon in the end taking the kill with the Shadow Poisons. And all in all, 2 kills going the way of zRage here. And Fnatic, well, 3 deaths on the board right now. Not really looking all too shabby. Only that first blood going their way.
Definitely good for them in the bottom lane. Yeah, they gave first blood on Doom, but Hakon's had a lot of success since then, getting those 2 kills there, even though Shadow Demon was able to get one of them. It gives him a bunch of experience. He's level 7 now. He's ahead of Trixie in levels after being behind from giving up the early first blood. So things looking pretty good, and if Doom's getting good farm down here, which he's not really as of yet, but should be getting better and better as time goes on. And really, Era's not getting much of the top lane.
They go for Trixie. The Doom is already there. There will be a Soul Catcher as well, if it's properly done. Should be properly done right there. There it goes. And actually, he's able to get a kill steal. Iron Shell, MVP Trixie. running for his life still. Will actually not maybe die. No, he lives. He surges. He runs. And Doom chasing him down, but he can't run from this. Oh, here comes No-Tail helping out as well. And yeah, that's gonna be Haycom not chasing that down. They really thought they had it in the bag. Hell, I thought they had it in the bag, but Trixie gets a kill in the end out of that one. And of course now Haycom without Doom, he's not so threatening anymore. And they are gonna dive in. Brain Zip already there. TP comes in though from Medved once again. The Soul Catcher hits upon No-Tail, who's having to run. More TPs coming in as a Visage is the one. Trixie puts himself on the Iron Shell and will try to run still. Maybe get a kill. Bane in the end still goes down. And Trixie now want to try and get away from this one. But will get Soul Assumption to death. And in the end the dive was fatal for both of them. But well, that's kind of sad because that was almost awesome.
Yeah, it's like Benny Hill theme should be playing in the background there.
Yeah.
That chase, it's just Doom walking around in a circle trying to keep up with Darkseer, not working out, and Medved just standing on top of an Ion Shell creep for like 4 seconds straight, and just dies. And it's like, what were you doing, Medved? Why would you stand on that creep for so long? Just ends up dying
disruption, Magnus, trouble. Soul Catcher goes up on there as well. He will be surged though, and also skewers away. Boat comes in. Will not hit, but will give the buff, and that might be enough. Magnus still ends up going down to the Visage, as we see Trixie trying to chase down Sharfik, but Android and Medved, that's gonna be a very powerful Soul Assumption when Android throws it out. But he doesn't have any mana. He can't get it out. Sharfik in a lot of trouble. Trixie chasing him down, doesn't have another surge, doesn't have boots either, so he needs a surge. He will have it right now. He'll try to chase Sharfik down, but Sharfik comes back with an X mark the spot. Is it enough? No, it is not. He goes down, as well as Bane though. Visage still able to get that Soul Assumption out, probably getting the kill with that one. Or just with right clicks and the birds helping out. We do have Haycom as well as Medved coming in for Trixie. There's no Doom, but there is a Demonic Purge trying to hit him up. Darkseer wall goes up just in case. Here comes a bird stunning Trixie up. Then will be Trixie going down again. And that is some awkward chases all over. And the exchange is constantly now going the way of zRage.
Yeah, zRage are getting the advantage in all these kills.
And in the meantime, Inquisitor gets a double kill top. That happened. Enigma and Phantom Assassin were there. Black Hole, not used. Phantom Assassin goes down at level 8, and that's a double kill for Gyrocopter, by the way.
Yeah. So, people are saying in chat that the Dota TV is broken, and you're not getting me, you're getting the Chinese caster?
What?
I don't know.
I just toggled my audio on and off.
No, like, they're getting you, and the LG guy is also casting through Dota TV on your channel somehow. So
okay, well Dota TV completely bugged then, and well rather no, that's just, I mean, there was just a patch, so they kind of probably screwed some things up with causing us to not have a button for the stats, causing us to also have awkward Chinese casting with me. Yay, that's fun. We were in the right slots, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, RP wasted by Hani. X mark the spot. Here comes a torrent. Here comes a boat. And the birds. And the kill. Sharfik gets the last hit up on the Magnus and Fly running away or zooming away for his life right there, because that was the hate boat right there. Not even a hit train.
Another kill going in the mid lane, and Honey can't really afford to miss RPs. Not when his team's playing from behind. And maybe I'm thinking this is why we're seeing all these casters disconnecting and reconnecting over and over again.
To see if it fixes that?
Yeah, because they've been doing it for a while now. It's probably not working.
I don't think so.
So strange. And pushing the top lane now from zRage. They're trying to go in on this tower.
Yeah, disruption there. Hold on as well. Torrent comes in. Era, you're so dead. Well, that's gonna kill for Inquisitor. As I'm actually gonna check if it's. If it's them or not, that's why they disconnect or not, because if it is, then I'm not even gonna try to reconnect him, unless it works for them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But
yeah,
well, we'll see if they answer.
They've been disconnecting and reconnecting for like the entire game.
Yeah.
Some people are saying it's fixed if you keep toggling back and forth and eventually sorts it.
Oh.
Whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll toggle again. It's okay.
Not you, them in game. They have to like toggle between channels.
Oh, people on Dota TV toggle in and out of the casters, and in the end you might hear me and my co-caster at the same time. Inquisitor dies. That was a fiend skip for the first time used. Yeah, I mean, sorry for Dota TV issues, we can't fix it. But we're gonna focus on the game as Doom goes down the bottom lane. There is an X-Mark spot up on Trixie though, and that is Trixie in a lot of trouble. Doesn't have mana, well, I love for a surge anyway. We'll be able to do that. Soul Assumption might be enough though, and it will be. Oh, it will not be! It will not be at all. That shield helping out is. Oh, no. That hood helping out. Yeah. He lives because of the hood. He's still getting chased down though. X-Mark spot again. Tries to TP out. You can't try to TP out that surge. No, this time he dies. Again. And what's this? Like constantly, people running around trying to get kills. There we have an RP that hits upon the Kunkash. Is it enough though? It doesn't look like it. The Torrent will be dodged. Handy chasing him down with that haste rune should be enough. Has got bottle charges as well. Sharfik though trying to juke him around. The bird's coming to help out. Will not miss one stun, but well, second stun will hit, and Kunkka will end up going down regardless. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, Nightmare upon Hakon. They will not go for this though. They have got the black hole, but they don't want to be committing to that one, especially not when there's people TPing in, including Jericho that's level 9.
Yeah, things not looking particularly good for Fnatic at the moment. They're not that far behind in terms of experience and gold. So they're still in it, but they need to start making something happen. They have all this team fight, and if they get out-leveled and like pretty heavily here, which isn't really the case at the moment, it can be pretty rough for them just because they won't be able to deal enough damage to zRage to take them down in time. Especially since they're never, it's very unlikely they're going to be able to reliably get all of their team fight off.
They changed the wings of the Harpies. Sorry.
They changed the wings of the Harpies?
Yes, they did.
Where's the Harpy at?
Well, it just died.
Oh.
Nickman's killing him off.
Now I'm gonna have to watch.
Now you're gonna have to watch every time if there is a Harpy camp up. Which is not really the easiest camp to have, by the way, either. Oh, we'll see. Oh, Surge up, no tail, looking for Android. Might be able to find him with them Nightmare, or just run forward. He hasn't got that Fiend Skip, he'll use it. Courier just standing by and watching. Android will go down, Birds will try to help out. Soul Catcher, actually, no tail might be in some trouble. No, he is just fine. He lives. Android dies. Killing spree of the Visage going down, but 5 heroes of Fnatic were there to kill off a support Visage. And they don't get the Birds, which is basically half of Visage's, like, being right there.
Yeah, they just kind of go down very quickly too. I'm not really sure why their Visage was even up there. Did you see why he walked up there?
Nope.
Was it just to place that ward?
No, that ward was already there.
That ward's actually, yeah, it's been there. I have no idea why Visage went up there.
Oh no, Chill getting chased by the Birds though, but Birds will not be doing enough damage. But yeah, I mean, Fnatic sitting there with all their heroes make sure that Sharfik and Hakon were actually getting some free times to get some extra pushing going for the mid lane. They take down the tier 1 tower. That's the first tower to go down on the map, which is surprising since we already had 20 kills right now. We're not even at 20 minutes. So, so far, zRage get the first tower without getting towers with it. So normally you take a kill or you take a tower as well, like after a successful gank or something like that. Take something in return for it, but nope. Just zRage with losing the Visage, gaining a tower. That's a nice exchange.
Yeah, they're immediately just going to rotate top down, try and take that tower as well. And Fnatic, it's kind of awkward that they're not trying to defend these towers, considering what their team composition is. They have this big team fight, and they have like Era for Fan Assassin to carry later in the game, but doesn't really do that much damage yet, even with the Empower. But they have all of this team fight. You would think they would want to be forcing the fights.
Yeah, they are actually, they did something middle, but ended up not taking the tower. They will now see Hakon though. Maybe they'll try to go for that one as Trixie gets blocked in by creeps. And he will already sit there. He will maybe try to go for solo man RP. Will indeed do that. Disruption will be there though, because Medved came in. Nicely done. Hakon will be living another day, or will he? He's running away for his life right now. Getting chased down by Sharfik. Oh, Sharfik, you're blocking the way! Hakon goes down in the end with a crit from here. A boat comes in. Only gives buffs. Don't give stuns, as we see Bane and the ends going down, and will slow down as well. Will be denied by Nutra, actually. Nicely done. Era though might be able to get another kill there. Will indeed be able to do that. Gets a Visage buyback coming off from the Magnus. Surge up on Trixie, who got hit by the Torrent still. Sharfik does not have any mana left to do anything there though, and he'll be slowed by that dagger and will be not chasing anybody apart from the Magnus, who just came back. Actually, Magnus has to be really careful. X-Mark the spot, just enough mana. Here comes the Torrent, hits up on Fly. Fly still has a black hole. He can try to go for that, but he gets stunned by the burst straight away and gets killed up. That's a black hole on cooldown. This could be a Magnus going down after just buying back. Sharfik Trouble. Trixie chasing him down. It is Sharpie that ends up going down. Fnatic getting some more out of this one. Getting Medved now as well. The Bird still chasing up on Magnus. And they're actually doing quite a bit of damage right now. We'll follow this one though, as we see that Phantom Assassin ends up going down to the Visage. Surge away from Trixie, and people are just fighting and coming back and fighting and coming back. It is a party on the bottom lane. Right now we see Fnatic taking their exit first, being the mature ones of this skirmish. And zRage, they'll be the ones left standing here.
Yeah, that fight all over the place, and it could have gone a lot better for zRage, I think, if Sharfik hadn't blocked Hakon away at the beginning of the fight.
Oh.
If Hakon gets away there, things look a lot different.
Yep.
For just how the rest of the fight's going to play out, and also Kunkka would have been in the fight a little bit more easily if they hadn't just been kind of walking at each other back and forth in the trees. Unfortunate for them there, maybe it's just a little bit of miscommunication, but they end up doing okay. They're still up by 5 kills.
And they didn't have the gyrocopter there, right?
He wasn't there for the beginning. He got there sort of towards the end.
Okay, because I mean, in the beginning, it didn't go that bad for them either. They, of course, saved the RP target. They basically, the RP and the Black Hole didn't do anything in that fight. And the Black Hole, of course, having a very long cooldown, so Fnatic, they probably won't be fighting for a while longer. They're gonna have a tower now, though, but it's a denied tower. But an extra gold to Fnatic will be very welcome. And I mean, I agree. You saw zRage pushing on the top lane before that fight started. And you'd think indeed that Fnatic would want to fight, but no, they didn't. They pushed middle, didn't end up taking the tower, but rotated bottom to try to go for a solo RP for that Doom. Didn't end up getting the Doom. Then just started to run around trying to take as many kills as they could, but zRage did the exact same thing, and they have a better composition in terms of nuking people down if it's not in form of a team fight, which definitely showed. We have Android with that Soul Assumption just doing tons amounts of damage, and I mean, Fnatic, I'm not sure, like, what their plan was right there. And they're getting a bit too far behind, I think, for my liking. We do have them going top again, maybe trying to pick off Sharfik here, but there's already zRage around there. Fiend Scrim, though. Cooldown coming down. Rock Mirage, No-Tail taking a lot of damage. Boat will fly in as well. No-Tail will drop. It is Era that is able to jump himself away. Gets a Soul Catcher in the next mark to spot, though, and might actually still go down. He jumps forward again. Oh, but the splash! Sharfik with the kill in the end. 2 kills going the way of zRage again, and Fnatic again. Not sure why they were there, even though this time, well, actually no, the tower again gets denied. That's the second denied tower on the side of zRage.
Yeah, so they managed to deny the tower. They also get the kill on Era, who's the most important target right now, because Fnatic, they don't actually do damage with most of their team. They have some good lockdown, but they're going to be relying heavily on Era to be able to right-click through. And as long as Era's dying, not really getting farmed, they're not going to have the damage in these team fights. And eventually Doom, Gyro, they're going to get kind of tanky. Kunkka with the boat, if they have that on them, it's also going to be pretty difficult for them to just kill these heroes off.
Yeah, we just had a very long fight on the bottom lane. And what better item to get if you have very, very long fights going on? Radiance picked up by the Doom. X marked the spot? No, just too late for Sharfik. But yeah, there is the Radiance now up on the Doom. So this Doom is looking pretty happy right now. He died 3 times, of course, but I think he's gonna be okay. I think he's gonna be just fine.
Yeah, so they have that Radiance, and like you're saying, it's amazing in long, extended fights. If Doom could just stand in the middle of the fight and have that Radiance burn going, especially now that the damage got buffed a little bit.
Yeah.
What is Fnatic gonna have as a response? And No-Tail just dies.
Wow. He was trying to stack, or what was he doing?
I think he warded right up on that cliff.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
in the meantime, Era is getting chased down, will be slowed. He doesn't have anything to jump to, gets a Doom. Now he can't even jump even if he has something to jump to. Here comes the Bird looking for the stuns. Can they get it? Soul Assumption. And the Bird's still hitting as well. That should be a kill. There we go. Ownage. That was an ownage sound in a competitive match, people.
And Doom disables Blur now.
Yeah.
Which is also pretty relevant against Phantom Assassin. Usually, especially the 40% evasion now. 40% evasion's huge, and if you're just doomed in a fight, you have no evasion, and that takes away all of the survivability Phantom Assassin can claim to have. So, not looking good. Arab really can't be getting caught out in the Radiant jungle at this point in the game. Not if Fnatic wants to be able to take fights.
No, in the meantime, the Darkseer on the side of Fnatic is the only one that's actually keeping up with the farm of zRage. He has a pipe, which is of course very nice, with boats and such coming in, but other than that, they don't really have anything. Like you said, they don't really have the damage. They have to rely on that spell damage that they have. There's a vacuum, and the Fiend's grip by Sharfik. Cooldown still comes down though. Here comes Era, trying to kill off someone, but the disruption is there to save Sharfik for a little while longer. Fly, he's looking for that black hole, but he gets killed off before he can cast it. There still goes another kill the way of Era, and a brilliant RP for Hani. Gets 3 Shockwave, and that is the one thing that you want to have. You have basically a couple of compositions that you want to get with your team fight, and that is the one that you want. Hani with the RP. In the end, they clean out zRage, and those are the fights that they need to have more than just once.
Yeah, they need to take big fights like that, and that is a huge fight for them to take. And it's a good fight for them to try and force when they know the Doom's down on cooldown, because they use it to kill Era in the jungle just recently, so they don't have the Doom to take one of those big team fight ults out. And Trixie gets an ultra kill, which gives him a ton of farm. He already had the pipe up as well, which is pretty good. Pipe also helps mitigate some of that Radiance burn, just lets them stand in the fight for a little bit longer before the Radiance really starts affecting them. And yeah, looking good for Fnatic. They get a free Roshan out of it as well. Not going to be able to grab any towers because everyone from zRage is respawning, but Roshan's a good pick.
For sure. And now with also, like, all tier 1 towers on both sides are down, so the map control seemingly even. In terms of wards, both have a couple of wards up on the rivers, but that's it. So no real clear favor in terms of map control. We're gonna see how aggressive zRage is gonna continue to be now that the Aegis is up on Fnatic, and now that they have actually felt the power of Fnatic's teamfight. But knowing that that RP is on cooldown, they might just try to do something here again. And actually, they find Trixie. X marks the spot is gonna be there, but it is actually not gonna be timed properly with the Torrent. So Trixie able to run away, even though he did use the pipe just in case. In the meantime, Era trying to get some kills here on the, or get some farm here. I mean, Era's farm is still okay-ish, but not as high as he probably would want it to be. He has got that Helm of the Dominator right now as well, and we'll actually be finding Sharfik there. Sharfik, who has got a Chrysalis next to his Shadow Blade. And just checking if we can find some more new items. We have the Shadow Blade also up on Inquisitor. Shadow Blades are plenty here, and also Helm of the Dominator for him. We do have someone from the sides coming in. It is the Doom. He's going for a heart. No real surprise there. And it's gonna be a tier 2 that they want to have. X marks the spot's already gonna be there up on Era. Surge away doesn't matter. Nice Nightmare though, really nice. And he jumps himself in, wants to go for Hakon, gets it as well. Disruption will save him for a little while. Here comes a black hole, interrupted by the boat. But it is already a lot of damage done. Era, Kaleem's house right now, gets a double kill, looking for the kill up on the Shadow Demon. It is 2 for 3 so far, with a buyback going from Trixie. It is the kill still for Era, but he dies with it as well. That was in the end a team wipe on Fnatic with a buyback from Era and Trixie. And Trixie might be able to get some more out of this one as well. Rocket Barrage not doing that much with the pipe on. And Inquisitor, he gets chased down. Trixie with the Iron Shell. Can Inquisitor TP himself out? No, he can't. Shadowblade won't save him either, but he gets blocked in by birds. And they are stunning him up. Android, he should be able to land a pretty good Soul Assumption right about now, and he will be able to get the kill with that as the Siege Creeper. Oh, there's a Soul Assumption. Not enough just yet with the pipe there. In the end, not enough. And Android will TP himself out. No, he won't, because he'll get vacuumed, but the burst still stun Trixie up. Trixie put in a Nightmare. Brain Step there. Soul Assumption doesn't do enough. Nightmare being taken over by the Visage, and that is a Android going down. Tower helping out. The burst still chasing that up on No Tail though. Fly coming back in. They want to try and take these towers, but or take these birds. But wow, what an awkward teamfight that was. Buyback from Trixie in the end. He didn't die a second time, and is able to clean out everybody who didn't die yet in the end for zRage. So everybody died in that fight, but nobody died twice.
Everybody died. Yes, everyone died one time. Trixie died twice technically because he had Aegis as well.
Oh yeah, true.
So he died with the Aegis, then died, then brought back and then died again. But yeah, 10 kills that came out of that fight, 5 going each way, and the tower survives. So
who would you put in favor? Like, because of course zRage take the Aegis, but Fnatic keep their tower.
I would definitely favor Fnatic some, I think, because Hakon died really easily, or really early in the fight,
True.
I believe,
yes.
on the Doom, whereas Era got quite a few kills.
Yeah, in terms of carry potential, Era definitely got the better out of that in terms of experience and gold that they got out of that fight. Of course, Trixie also getting a lot there because he cleaned up after everybody was already dead from his team. So he gets a lot out of that as well. And Goldcraft still in favor of zRage by 4k, which is really not that much difference at 26 minutes in. Experience graph going the way of Fnatic though, because, well, because of mostly because of Trixie, I think. Because he got so much solo experience there. We do have the levels going the way of Trixie as well as Era. Era actually level 18 right now. Without the Hand of Midas, 2 levels ahead of the highest of zRage. That is quite impressive. With having 6 deaths especially.
Yeah, definitely, and it's kind of, I'm rethinking the fight. Also, Inquisitor survived until all of Fnatic had died, so I guess that's also a pretty big thing for zRage. It's a pretty balanced fight, all things I think considered.
Yeah.
And they're trying.
They're trying again.
Hard.
Oh, they find No-Tail. There's a Nightmare though. No-Tail running for his life, but he gets slowed down. X-Mark Spot and Torrent will be there as well. Inquisitor from the sidelines, and then will be a Bane already dead before the next fight would start, if there is a next fight, because the creep wave is very far away to try and go for that tower still. And in the meantime, Fnatic can recuperate, and they have got a black hole again just now. They also got an RP and a Blink Dagger up on the Magnus, important to note. So I don't know if zRage really want to take this fight.
It's hard to say. Everything's back up from Fnatic again. It looks like they want to just kind of force the issue, take these towers down.
Look at the positioning from zRage also. So very split.
Yeah, they have to stay this way and they know it. So they're going to try, they get the tower down, Fnatic aren't going to force the issue. I think they want to try and take as many towers down, put as much pressure on before Era gets anything really picked up. I think that's the important thing right now for zRage. They were sitting there, they see that there's a Fam's Nest, and they know this Empower is on the other side, so if levels get up on Magnus, more and more points get put into that Empower. He's actually level 15, so he isn't maxed. But items get up on Phantom Assassin, attack speed, and the Empower crits are going to do so much damage to their team, especially if they get caught in an RP and then a black hole. They're all going to be stuck in a pile on top of each other. And that's just too much damage to really deal with.
Sharfik, he gets a Malefice, vacuum back, and a black hole just for him. Birds come in though, maybe they are able to help. No, the birds actually get stuck in the black hole as well. And Sharfik still alive for now, pops up all the charges, will end up going down to Magnus and Android. He came in to save his carry, but he might actually die for it. He will die for it, and his birds. They're safe. Blink forward, wanting to skewer Medved, doesn't get it, but Medved's still looking pretty dead from where I'm sitting. Or not, for a little while. That should still be a kill though. Yeah, there we go. Era with another kill. So 3 kills going away from Fnatic. They take something back. Might not be a tower for now, but they're actually looking to go to the tier 1 tower, tier 2 tower rather, in the mid lane. And that would be a higher priority tower than the tier 2 on the bottom lane that they lost.
Yeah, and that's just sloppy from zRage. There's no reason for those 2 supports to die once Kunkka is already dead. Like, Visage went in and Kunkka just died as Visage walked in, and then Medved was there as well to die.
Yeah.
Now Inquisitor getting picked off in the top lane.
Yeah, in the meantime on the mid lane we have Akon also in a lot of trouble, trying to run back to base, but the block from Trixie is there, the surge up is as well, and that is a Darkseer wall just to help out a bit, but oh, that slow will do it. X mark the spot, up on Trixie, Torrent will come in as well, Sharfik might try to get this kill, the surge away, is it enough? The pipe up, it might be enough, it looks to be enough, 80 HP Soul Assumption comes in, oh, and that pipe did not save him this time. Android gets the kill. And I really like that Inquisitor on the top lane. He found the Bane. Bane hold him in a Fiend's Grip, and then Magnus TP'd in for an RP. Got him and got the kill. Very nice. Did he buy back? That he's already back up alive? He did buy back. That's a huge win for Fnatic, even if they did lose Trixie for it.
Yeah, they're going to try and make something happen here, zRage, in this mid lane, but they still don't have Doom up. And their ults, I guess all the ults are on cooldown. They used Black Hole for that kill. Yeah. Earlier. So they have some time, they can try and force this issue, but PA's starting to get pretty big. That's got to be somewhat fearsome for them. It looks like they're not, Fnatic aren't even going to try though. So they get another tower out of it.
Yeah, tower still one in favor for zRage. Gold is in favor for zRage as well. Experience though still in favor of Fnatic because they've been getting the better kills out of this. They've been killing off the higher priority targets, it feels like. As we do have Inquisitor after Shadowblade going for an MKB. Of course you want to have that if you're going to be up against a Phantom Assassin. You don't want to be forced to use the Doom on Era all the time. But you need to be able to go through that blur, so that is going to be needed. We also have the Deadless up on Sharfik, which is now complete. Let's see what the Doom has. Still building towards... Actually, I thought he was going to build towards the heart, but now he picks up a Plate Mail, so I might go for that at AC instead. So Caress. And on the other side, no real new items up on anybody apart from Enigma building towards the BKB and a Force Staff up on Magnus. He's actually able to blink in, go for an RP, and then Force Staff Enigma in the fight. Yeah. How about that
Yeah,
for next
I mean,
level?
he could try to do that. It's certainly possible. There are worse things he could do with it. He can also use it to try and force staff himself into the fight.
Yeah.
If things go bad with the blink, or he gets tagged by the radiance, is a thing that could happen. So he won't be able to force staff or blink as effectively just because of the radiance burn. Why is No Tail on wireless? Aren't they all together?
They are all together. Maybe they don't have enough cables.
Maybe.
That could be. Oh, that's a fake one. Don't use your cooldowns. Good job. But no, they are all together. They are sitting at a LAN cafe, but they had some router issues earlier today that caused them to take a def loss against Empire, and that one. Oh, smoke up for Fnatic. But that might have actually been the issue, like having too many on there and sitting one on the wireless or something. It was really like not really the safest thing to play Dota on the wireless internet.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't ever want to, but.
Oh, Fiend's Grape, Sarfik. He goes down. Not even an extra RP note needed or something like that. And I can him up on Visage though. He's getting himself an extra bird.
Yeah, so many birds for zRage, so they're gonna have them. I don't know. They're starting to look kind of far behind in terms of just where the game is going. They're still ahead a little bit in gold experience though, going further and further in Fnatic's favor. And this team fight for Fnatic is kind of big, and zRage just kind of gave up their lead a little bit here, playing sloppy in that mid game.
Yeah. Oh, Era taking a lot of harassment, and as you said, Era getting bigger and bigger. And right now that Trixie, or now that, whoa, Era taking a lot of harassment actually. Now that Fnatic has got this team fight up again, all the cooldowns, they feel confident enough to go, of course also without Kunkka being there. So they just try to force something out, ended up not going for more, apart from getting the tier 3 tower very low. But I mean, we constantly see then Fnatic pressuring, then zRage pressuring. It's been zRage most of the time lately. But now, indeed, like you said, Fnatic is feeling more and more confident, and they actually, well, this is the first time they actually try to go up high ground, as they will get Roshan here as well, unless zRage can find a good fight. But it's very tough to find a good fight at Roshan when your other opponent team has got and an RP, and a black hole, and a vacuum, and a Darkseer wall. All very high clutch things that you don't want to be facing up. Nightmare, or rather Enfeeble from No Tail. Era jumps himself in, wants to go for Sharping. Here comes the RP. Hits up on 3 people. Vacuum in there. No black hole from Era, from Fly just yet though, but it's not needed. There's already 3 down, and those 3 are the 3 cores. Android running himself away. It doesn't look like Medved will be able to though. He will die. Android should be fine, but that's 4 heroes down and not even a black hole used. That was just a perfect RP with all 3 cores stuck there for zRage.
Yeah, and then the wall. It's too much damage at this point from PA if they get caught by that RP, and they can't really afford to be standing in a pile at a choke point. It's too easy for Magnus to say, oh, I see you guys there. I'm just going to blink in and get you all killed.
Yep.
And especially since they knew Fnatic were in the area, since they tried to go in on Roach Pit. So it's just, again, kind of confusing play coming out from zRage. They have an advantage, and they're just making a little bit of sloppy decisions in this mid game as it's going on, and it's causing them to fall further and further out of it.
Yeah, they're gonna lose a tier 3 tower for that. Fnatic decided to go for that mid lane rather than going for Roshan, because they can indeed take a Rax here, because they still have that black hole. Blink Dagger or not upon Fly, black hole is there. X marks the spot up on Era, he will still get torrented here. And no, timing missed actually by the Kunkka, and Force Staff and Surge will save Era there. So they take the melee Rax, run away with it, and can now go back to Roshan, still knowing that they have got that RP. The question is, will zRage try it again? They have got a boat, they've got the cooldown, they've got the birds, they've got the Doom. Oh, up the high ground, they find them, 1 bird down. X marks the spot up on Era. Turns on his BKB though, and he goes in. RP up on 3 already here. Doom up on Magnus, but the RP already casted. Ink Visitor killed off. Shadow Demon killed off. Black Hole catches 4, and all 4 die in the last one alive. Once again, it's Android though. This time he won't run. This time he will die. And this time it's a complete team wipe. Nobody of Fnatic going down, and this might be more than just Rax. If they continue going for tier 4s, they might actually do it. They can't go for other lanes of Rex because they don't have those tier 2 towers just yet. But they don't have to fear any buybacks coming out from zRage. There is a buyback up on the Doom. And they're actually going to go for buildings.
Gotta get those building kills. So much gold sitting there.
They're actually
waiting
going for
for the
buildings.
heroes.
There we
There
go.
you go.
That's
Yeah,
the
they
tower
could-
that you want to have. That's the one that's doing damage to you. Thank you very much. Tier 4 tower. I'm not sure if they can get all though. Like Doom can buy back still, and he knows that if he buys back, it doesn't really matter. So he'll just wait until the rest is up as well. They can still defend this, I think. Depending on how fast Fnatic can push this throne down.
Radiant's middle
Will be 4
tower
seconds
has
before Kunkka's back up. 4 seconds for the Doom as well. Socket's already there. We still have Medved up. Here comes Sharvik with the boat. Gonna be flying toward already there.
fallen. Is under
Boat doesn't hit anybody. They still go for this throne though. Vacuum in there, up on all 5 that are there. Cooldown coming in, not doing that much. X mark the spot, not doing that much as well. And we're just gonna keep our eyes on this throne because there's no fortification. And Trixie is continuously hitting on it, but Trixie pays for it. Fly in the end goes down. No-Tail gets dropped as well. Era comes back in, goes for Inquisitor, turns on his BKB, and now he just goes for the throne. Goes for the throat. Gets the throne. GG is called. An awkward game coming off from zRage and Fnatic, but Fnatic end up taking it. I'm not gonna say convincingly because it wasn't that, but their team fights, even though there weren't that many that they got like perfectly done, they were strong enough to take zRage down with zRage just going head first. And probably ending up living, well, feeling a bit more, you know, disappointed about them doing exactly that. Anyways, we have got one more game for tonight. This is, of course, StarLadder that you are watching. StarLadder Star Series. It is Season 6. It is day number 24 out of 27. We're reaching that point where the top 4 teams are known to go to Kiev, and where the bottom 4 teams, which is what Fnatic is fighting to avoid, will be known to have a chance to get dropped down to the Pro Series rather than the Star Series. We are going to see 4FC taking on Na'Vi as our next game, so stick around for more Dota 2 action coming off in just a moment. Official starting time is just in a couple of moments from now, so stick with us and you'll see Na'Vi taking on 4FC in StarLadder Season 6. Don't go anywhere.